YouTube. It's your girl here, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. I'm tickled over here. I'm laughing because I have to keep doing retakes. I don't do a lot of retakes. I'm pretty much off the cuff, hit the video and I'm out. But I knocked the microphone piece off and all kinds of little crazy stuff happening over here. I create this channel to provide light and love. On this channel, you may find anything. I love talking about relationships. I love talking about love, self-love. I am a licensed social worker, so I do talk about mental health, suicide prevention. I guess people forget that, but yeah, I really am a licensed social worker and a therapist and a counselor. That's what I do for a living. So if I talk about topics that's more morbid, it's because I have to, because I signed up for that when I went in change careers. So yeah, it needs to be addressed, mental health. Some people, they just want to talk about the good stuff, but they don't want to talk about the bad. But life is all encompassing. We can't just talk about rainbows and candy corns. We have to talk about it all. So how do I end up talking about buying a house? Because it's all a part of Dreams Are Reality. My channel was created with the thought that you can have the life you love, you can have the house you want, you can have the marriage, you can have the kids, you can go back to school, you can start your own business, you can, change your mindset, you can think positive. So that's what I'm talking about, buying a house. Over 2+ years ago, I was going to buy a house. Maybe really it started probably 3 years or more. I tried traditional, then I was like, let me try NACA. Then I went back traditional, ended up not buying a house at all. I will explain why I didn't as I get further in the video. But for now, I want to kind of tell you the differences of NACA and the traditional mortgage and give you options of which way you want to go. So let's dig in. Credit score with NACA, they are not as picky. So you probably can go in there with a lower credit score. The traditional, definitely want to do 620 and up. I have seen 580, but don't quote me 100% sure. Definitely want to try to have 620 and up. Let's see. NACA will work with you. So if your credit score is lower, it's okay. They will work with you. Let's talk about how much do you think you should have for a down payment? They say 20% is a good amount, which is it could be high for the average person. You buy a home, it's $300,000, that's $60,000. The average person doesn't have $60,000 just laying around. That's why conventional, you can put down as low as 3%. FHA, you can put down 3.5%. That's where that credit score 580 came in. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you all. And a VA loan, which you've been in the military, you don't put down any money. Use that GI Bill. Is that for education, GI Bill? Let me stop blurring stuff out because I start messing up. Okay. Also, if you are a first-time home buyer, look into that with different banks. So many banks and credit unions, they have first-time home buyer programs where you could put a little, 3% down, or maybe the 3% can come from a grant, or you can get a $10,000 grant. I know Illinois has those type of programs. So check where you are. Some of the parts about buying a home is turning over rocks and seeing what's going on. Don't leave money on the table. When you want to buy a home, go ahead and like going back to school or getting a job. Go all in and really do your due diligence. Don't just be willy-nilly trying to buy a home. Maybe really study some stuff in those books about home ownership. Talk to homeowners and really do your homework on the financing, which this is part of doing your homework. Okie dokie. Let me go back. As of February 25th, 2024, traditional, the interest rate is 7.886. That's for 30 year. 15 years, 6.867. 10 year with the ARM is 7.963. NACA's current interest rate is 6% as of February 23rd, 2024. That's a 30 year. 15 year is 5.875. 20 year is 5.5. No down payment for NACA, no closing costs, no mortgage insurance. So they say no down payment, but oh, you're going to need money. So do not think I have $2,000 in my bank account and I'm going to jump up and go to NACA. They are going to want to see that those closing costs. And so with me, mine came to like $7,000 or something to that effect. I think that was right. It might have been nine. It might have been nine. It was between 7 and 9,000. Again, that was in 2021 or 2022. I don't know why I can't remember that good. Yeah. So make sure at least you have, I would say, if you want to know my opinion, you might not want to hear it. You want to have $20,000 because you want to have money to put down. Then if you need a roof or if you need a hot water tank, which that doesn't cost that much. What if your heating goes out or your air conditioner? Those are not $500. A lot of those items are 5,000 or 1,000, 2,000, So if you don't have any money or a big credit card, and you want to put that on your credit card, it could be scary. People need to tell the truth about home ownership. It's not, to me, I'm not trying to knock, it's not all it's cracked up to be. If you don't have money, if you're by yourself and you can't afford to do those repairs, it becomes a big stressor. So be prepared so you can enjoy home ownership. When I think of home ownership, I think of families and people with kids and they need more space. But some people, it's not for the faint of heart. You gotta be ready. And I can speak on that. I had a house before, 1995 through 1999. I'm not talking just to be talking. It was a lot to me. But it is better to own than have to listen to people about where you live. But it comes with responsibility, just like owning your car, just like taking care of your body. I just like to keep it real with people. Okay, so with NACA, you do want to go to their website, see how you can get set up wherever you live. I live outside of Chicago. So go to www.naca.com and you want to talk to a representative. Some of the drawbacks I found with NACA, people say that their like I'll just say account representative or whatever, they kept changing who would deal with them. I was blessed. I dealt with a beautiful lady named Tiffany outside of Chicago. She is simply amazing. I love Tiffany. And why I can't think of her last name right now. I'm so sorry, y'all. It escapes me. I'll have to look it up. I got my laptop here. Yeah, dog it. Oh, sorry, you all. Yeah, Tiffany was awesome. So I didn't have that problem. It never changed, but I did hear people say they would sign on, it'll be somebody else, it'll be somebody else. So I didn't have that problem. What I didn't like about NACA for me, my experience, took forever and a day. It took so long. It is good if you're bad with budgeting because each time you meet, they're going to be going over that. Those outstanding credit cards that you didn't pay off. You don't have to pay off everything, but you have to have your stuff in order. And they are, if you got piddly ones, like I had like 3 to 5, maybe 3 to 4 or so small ones, they wanted those down to 0. So each time we met, we talked about that. Have to have your check stub. It's uploading a lot of documents over and over. I found it tedious. It was straight up annoying to me because I have bought a house before and it just seems so redundant. But if you really want your house, you're going to do it. Get you what is the little thing called? Get a little file thing where you can upload your documents to the USB thing. You all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I cannot think of stuff, but get you a little USB drive thing. I'm trying to find that lady full name in case anybody from Chicago. Tiffany Adams. Yep, Tiffany Adams. So if you all are outside of Chicago, please request Tiffany Adams. She is simply the best. Tina Turner. Yes, she is. Okay, you are. Let me see. Another thing with NACA. Be ye aware. Anybody can try, regardless of your income. But this is what I wrote down from their website. NACA, it's not from their website, but I wrote this down from what I saw. NACA mortgage is open to all people of all income levels, but program works best for those who earn less than your area's median income. That's a fact. And I'm going to tell you why. I am a therapist. I am a counselor by day. So I work for an organization, but I am a therapist at night, which means my income fluctuates. But mostly it's been, since COVID, it's been increasing. And so I was hitting an area with NACA where Tiffany told me, Tammy, if you make any more money, you're not going to be in our priority group. The priority group, it gives you more freedom to pick properties from various areas. Once I started making too much money, I was going to be restricted to a certain area, and that I didn't like. A dear friend, she said she tried to do NACA and went through a lot of stuff, and she ended up not being able to do. I think she was almost in tears because she had did a lot of preparation. So I don't want to knock NACA, no pun intended, but it can be cumbersome, and it's some little, nuances that can really get on your nerve. So it's just best to do your due diligence. Again, talk to your account rep with NACA. I don't know the correct name. I should know this stuff. Ugh. But talk to them. I don't know what Tiffany's title is. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know, you all. I'll have to look all that stuff up, and Lord knows I am not going to do that. But talk to them, ask all the questions you need. They would definitely tell you. Let me see. Trying to see if I left anything out. Yeah, so again, downsides for me with NACA, it took a long time. Then we kept going over the same information over and over. If you're bad with budgeting, this will help you. I had this problem with everybody. They couldn't figure out the student loan amount because of, with COVID, we all were on deferment or whatever. Nobody was paying it, so they couldn't figure out my amount, and it was like very frustrating because I would call the student loan people. They would give me the statement that they tell you need, and they'll be like, "It's not the amount." And oh god, that got on my nerve too. Because it could be a lot of stuff with buying a house. It's kind of stressful, but you just gotta stick it out. Especially if you really want your house. Stick it out and get your home. I stopped doing the NACA program because after 6, 7 months, I'm like, hey, my credit score was decent. My bills, I still have decent credit, and my stuff was all paid on time. And I'm like, why am I going around the mulberry bush? So I just went over to a couple of other lenders, and it went really good with both. Now, really good with their reason. Come to find out, my tax lady, she was putting me down for losses, which I did have because I'm a therapist on the side, so I did have some losses, but that was deducting from my income. So when I got pre-approved initially, that was one amount, but when it went to the underwriters, they cut the amount based on the losses that came up on my income tax. So be careful of that too. So that's why I ended up just not even buying anything because they kept going lower and lower with my pre-approval amount. And you don't want to buy a trap house or a junk house just to say you own a house. I don't know about you. I know you. If you anything like me, which I already know you are, we like nice stuff. We deserve nice stuff. So if you want to buy a home, you want to buy something that you can afford, but also that is very livable and nice. So I just ended up renting my apartment that I live in now. Is this when I moved over here? Oh, heck, I don't even remember. But I ended up renting a very nice apartment. So I'm very happy as a renter. I think I might go back into looking to buy a townhome or something maybe in 2 years. But right now, I'm just trying to pay down debt and build my own therapy practice. So right now, that's not on my radar. Okay, you all. Lord, I hope I helped you somewhat. I just tried to give you the information I have. I have to do another video because NACA is going to like 3 cities. So I'll be doing another video telling you where NACA is coming. And yeah, I think that's about all I have for now. Drop me some comments or questions. I could always answer more. I wanted to keep this kind of brief because I do rap. I always say I ramble. I do. I know I do. And I just want to help in the quickest way possible. I think that's it, you all. All is well. Everything's working out for my highest good. All is well. Everything's working out for your highest good. This we know. Now you all take your time and go get your house if that's what you really want, and do your due diligence. Look into NACA, but also maybe do the comparison with the other mortgage companies and make the best choice for you. This is actually a good time with tax season. Some people get nice refunds. I don't know. Tammy C. Walker signing off. Bye.